Me and Jake running down the street with a handful of comic books, kicking ass and banging chicks and drinking booze
No, not
and
me.
smoking
Not
weed.
me. I'm married.
Yeah,
I'm
well,
married.
Jake.
Can't do that.
Yeah. Off panel, off topic with Jake and Tyler.
That's right, everybody. It's that time of year. I'm Jake.
I'm Tyler.
And this is officially episode, I think,
The best episode.
228. Let me pull it up.
Podcast ever. The fact that you guys
228.
keep going to Johnny Knoxville and some stupid thing called Dodger Blue Dream. Gross.
What the fuck? Oh, I heard that ad. Who cares about it? Fuck the Dodgers.
I'm just saying, we are so much more entertaining than the million.
Who wants to listen
plus...
to a podcast about a bunch of guys jacking off about fucking Shuhei Ohtani? Like,
yeah,
who cares?
or let's talk about a show that was on 20 years ago. So I don't have to get a real job because I was a bit player.
That's right. Man, that was such a trend of like, I used to work on this sitcom. Here's a podcast about it.
It's still, I think the Office one still goes.
Hey, look, if you enjoy those, cool, whatever. But I just, like, if that's your thing. But I just thought that was funny how, like, fast they all cropped up.
Listen, democracy is crumbling all around us. The world's going to end any day.
Oh,
but
my
we
God.
got our fucking Office goddamn podcast. Thank the fucking Lord.
And you can look forward to, dear listener, our
Ooh.
off-panel, off-topic 2025 Spooktacular.
Ooh, it's right now.
Usually I would do it with a friend of the show, Grace, but this time around I wanted to try and do something a little bit different since we actually have some horror books to talk about.
Also, we didn't make her travel all the way here.
Yeah, and my life has been kind of topsy-turvy, and I haven't had a chance to schedule a chance to do it with her. So.
My life has been a little topsy-turvy.
Jeez, man, that was beautiful.
Thanks.
I fucking wept.
Yeah.
So yeah, but Spooktacular, we still have to talk
It
about
is spooky.
Gen
Halloween
Z, Gen V,
creeps
but
me up. Creeps me up.
creeps me up, dude.
Creeps me up.
What does that mean? It creeps me out, but horns me up at the same time.
Wow. I get
That's what it's about.
I get raring to go.
If you think about it,
I get scared and raring to go.
there's a lot to be said about
fear
that.
boner?
Like sexuality and horror and like
I don't.
How-
Yeah, that's okay.
how. No, I'm just saying that like
no, you're right. You're right.
It's
a lot of it, but I don't.
I'm not even
Yeah, no, I get you.
saying that. And I haven't even
Finish.
said what
No, finish your point because I'm cutting you off before you finish your
Yeah.
point. Continue.
So what I was saying was like I'm not even. I mean, yeah, of course, there's the slasher flicks and all that with the gratuitous sex and those, but I was more so of like there's that, but then it's also like, of course, that's the thing about Halloween that I think is so interesting. Where on one hand, it is the spooky holiday, it's about horror and the macabre and all that, but while you'll have some really crazy, over the top, scary costumes, you'll also have like the Lorax. Or some silly, funny costume, and that's the beauty of Halloween and kind of the beauty of the season. You know, you can have both, and I think we're kind of doing the spectrum of the spookiness, because we're going to talk about some really a classic, and and then we're going to be talking about some comic books.
We're going to talk about a couple movies that one is near and dear to my heart. I saw it when I was very, very young, and. It scared the crap out of me. Obviously, now that I've seen it and I'm older and obviously wiser, and using the word obviously, it's one of my favorites. In fact, I was watching it before I came here. But we're also going to talk about one of our, we both have as one of our favorites. It's considered a classic, and we'll get to that. But then we get some books. But yeah, Halloween always creeps up on me. Like
yeah, you kind of forget because you don't have especially because you don't have a kid. So
I know,
you don't even.
So I'm on the radio every day, and they're talking about Friday is Halloween, and they're talking about doing costumes, and I'm like, well, that doesn't necessarily work because we're on the radio, so it doesn't. I mean, we could do like a social media post, and I did buy a costume, and I'm really excited about it, but. I don't know. It's just one of those things. Like I like how I thought about a costume real quick, and then like a day later bought all the stuff for it, and then like a day later I'm like, okay, cool, I got a costume.
Oh yeah, I literally can't. Like,
And I can wear that costume like year in, year out, man.
because my office is doing stuff on Thursday.
Yeah, what do you
Because most people are working from home on
do?
Friday.
Who are you?
Well, I was gonna go as Macho Man because I was like, "What's the
Go in shirtless and see how they take that.
Well, in my head, I was like, "What's the easiest thing I could do?" I own all these Macho Man things. Why don't I just be Macho Man again? Because I've done it before.
Do you have a wig?
Well, no, but I have the bandana and the glasses, and then I was just gonna wear a T-shirt, and then I was gonna I was gonna try and see if I had some tape, and tape my wrists, and tape it like he did.
You should go into the dollar store on the way home. Get some medical tape.
Yeah. Anyway, let's get into our episode. Let's get into the Halloweenness.
Oh, that's all you got
About what?
nothing.
I got nothing else for you, man.
Well, I answer the phones. I know they would not like this in my job, but I'm really tempted to be like,
Thank you for calling. Yeah. What do you want? What
Did you hook
Can I
up
get
your thing? Do you need to hook up your thing? For the sounders? You know.
Yeah, well, you got me
How
there.
unprofessional. Unprepared. Yeah, things are
I'm just being safe because sometimes it
You're right.
blasts random music.
Things are going pretty good. Doing some Buccaneers games a lot lately. They won both games this past weekend. I got another one this weekend, so exciting.
Sorry, yeah.
So try it.
But if anybody calls me and upsets me, I'm just be like, "Oh, come on,
I
man."
told you it wasn't connected.
It never
I never hear the
connects.
beep.
It never works because we're hurtling closer to death, as you said earlier.
Kinda. I mean, it's
Nothing matters.
It's just all falling apart around us, and nobody gives a shit. It's like, sure,
That
it's
was a
fine.
good one. Yeah, I beat you on that one, man.
But yeah, if they're mean to me,
You are nothing but garbage, yeah. Nothing but garbage, Guyana.
You're a Gailey.
see, that's what I'm saying.
I got no. You know what I was talking about before we went on the air? Yeah, I was talking about. Gotta clear my throat first.
You just smoke a lot, and then you don't have that problem like I do.
Yeah, sure, that's a solution.
Yeah, man. I never.
Okay,
So I was talking about how I was working on my Arnold Schwarzenegger, yeah. But I'm
let's
not.
not do that again.
Hey, but I'm telling you, I've been working on the Macho Man, yeah, 'cause you gotta start here, then get up here, and then bring it back down. What? You got a problem with me, Guyana?
If you say that word,
Tonight!
if you say that word at work tomorrow, you're gonna get called down to HR.
They say, "What, Jake? Why'd you do that?" And I say,
Because I'm wild, yeah.
'Cause I'm wild. Hold on, I gotta get better at that, man. But I'm telling you, it's a little bit of stuff here and there, and then you build up to it, yeah.
All right.
No pukesters
I'm
to
really
my
excited
left.
for you.
No pukesters to my right.
See, my favorite thing about my Halloween costume is I don't have to try to do any silly voices.
Ooh, a cup of coffee in the big time, yeah. Cup of coffee in the big time for Tyler Allen.
"You're mad because it's good." That's the thing.
'Cause I've had years to perfect this, yeah.
So,
In my basement all alone.
yeah, long box.
On a day on a Friday
Where's
night.
the, Jesus. All right, let's go. What's the thing? What's the side? Come on, buddy.
You don't know nothing about Macho Jake.
Macho Jake.
He's here.
That's a new character. You're welcome, America. Long. It's a long box.
Fun fact, that was actually done by Macho Man Randy Savage. That's how he actually talks.
Because he's passed.
He's fucking multi-dimensional.
Well, I mean, yeah, he passed away, so. From the
I'm
shadow.
multi-dimensional. I'm coming to you live from the shadow realm.
You ever heard of the ninth dimension? Well, that's where I'm at, baby. Me and Miss Manners are chilling out on a couch.
I elbow dropped the Grim Reaper and I took his throne. I run the shadow
That's
realm.
beautiful.
Yeah.
That's a
It was
movie. That's a movie. Macho Man as the Grim Reaper. That's
It
a
was
movie.
always so weird to see him without his sunglasses on.
right.
'cause you didn't
When he
hear-
actually
see him a
wrestled,
lot.
he didn't wear them, so it was weird.
Right.
Yeah. Anyway, you're a long box, Tyler.
All right, so
Promise, no more Macho Man.
when I
Macho
was-
Jake is left.
when I was a kid, I moved to a play. We moved to a house, and I went to a particular elementary school for 3rd grade, and then they shifted districts. So even though we lived in the same house, I had to go to a different elementary school, and I had just moved there, so it was kind of tough on me. And so for it was 4th and then 5th and 6th grade at this other elementary school. But 5th grade, I was still friends with kids from the other elementary school, and I went to a Halloween party, and it was just like 5 or 6 of us kids. We went to a haunted house, and then we went back to I think his birthday was around that time, and we went back to the birthday boy's house, and the parents like made us food or ordered pizza or something like that, and then we watched Silver Bullet. Now,
Good age to watch that.
I'm not a fan of horror movies per se. Generally, it's not my favorite. On the radio show, we were actually supposed to rank our top 5 horror movies or Halloween movies, and I actually did. I came up with 5. I included Gremlins in it, which is technically
A Christmas movie.
shut the fuck up.
It happens around.
Oh yeah,
Christmas.
it's Die Hard, a Christmas movie.
Yes.
Oh my god.
It is going to a Christmas party. It's the whole setup. He's trying to repair his marriage with his wife at the Christmas party. We did a whole Die Hard December. Whatever.
So we
upset.
did, didn't we?
Yeah, we did.
So never been a big horror movie guy because again, just look around. What's happening in our world and understand that we're
Scary enough.
die
Yeah.
anyway, But so I'm like, okay, I'm trepidatious but I'm hanging out with these guys, right? So I gotta be, I'm in 5th grade. I gotta be cool enough to watch a horror movie. I can't be a pussy, right?
Yeah.
That's what we said.
Yeah, sure, yeah. I remember.
You can't be a girl, whatever.
Yeah.
This was the
I'm not
80s.
scared, dude.
This was the 80s.
I'm not scared.
We still said shit like that. Yeah, so
F-slur.
So I start
That's
watching the
usually what
movie,
follows
and
that.
within like 5 minutes of the movie, there's a werewolf. Within 5 minutes of the open, there's a werewolf just lops this dude's head off. And it just goes flying through the air. And I'm just like, yeah, this is cool.
Yeah.
But because I had to act cool and stuff, to whatever, it's that age. You're still trying to figure out who you are, and you don't want to be a dork, you don't want to be an asshole, whatever you call it, whatever names they want to call you, whatever. So you stuck it out, and it actually turns out to be a really good movie. I had no actual idea that. I think I started reading Stephen King books because of that. Because I went and got Cycle of the Werewolf, which is a novella that he wrote. It stars Corey Haim and Gary Busey. And Gary Busey is a drunk who's Corey Haim's uncle, and Corey Haim is in a wheelchair. Okay, so you're already not hooked. Okay, let me keep going.
Hey, kid.
So
You know,
You knew
hey, you know what, Marty? Listen, Marty, I made this wheelchair for you. And if your mom finds out that I made this for you and you get hurt on it, it'd kill me. So be careful, okay? What do you mean there's a werewolf? You think if I go to the sheriff, they're not going to lock me up thinking I was drinking again?
Hey, listen to me, man. I see werewolves every night I go to sleep. I see a werewolf every time I look in the mirror,
just gotta
man.
walk all over. No, I'm just kidding.
I was jumping on it.
Who is
Yeah, I
that?
always love doing
was
a
that,
Gary
by the way?
impression.
Who was that?
Gary Busey impression. What?
It was okay. I liked mine better.
Okay. Agree to disagree.
I feel like when you do Gary Busey, you got to do it like he's so thirsty and he's never going to get enough water. No, for real. Like,
Listen here, Marty, all right? When I made this wheelchair for you,
Yeah, but
okay?
and he's from Texas too. Okay,
you
all right, so
shut up. God, fucking dick. Anyway,
Sloppy.
fucking A. So I'm watching this movie and what?
my dog.
So I'm watching this movie, just exposing himself over here.
Look him on.
Well, he's sleeping, but he's
Look him on Bailey.
yeah. But so it's a really good movie. It's not a it's pretty good for a werewolf movie.
Yeah.
I guess I'll say. It's better than Teen Wolf, but not by a mile. You know, it's the direction and the special effects for the time, they still hold up. I was watching it recently before I came here, and the special effects still hold up, and it is pretty horrible. There are some moments that are horror, like just pure. There's one actor who plays the dad of a kid who gets killed by the werewolf, and he is so fucking intense that when he's on screen, and they often have it the angle of the camera so that he's looking very close to the camera, right? Because from the point of view of the other character, right, or whatever, but not exactly. There is a couple moments when this guy's having a dream and he's looking right in the camera, and this guy is so intense, and just it's just like, oh god. But it's a story about a kid who, there's a werewolf and he's got to stop it, and his uncle helps him, and he's in a wheelchair. There's more to it than that. Again, it's not the best movie ever, but it's pretty good, and I like to watch it every Halloween if I can, because it's and I actually, when I was watching it tonight before I came over here, I realized I probably hadn't seen it in a couple years, but it is one of my absolute favorite all-time movies, because it's one of those movies that I can say, if I'm ever talking about horror movies, I can say, well, I like this movie, and I won't get totally,
at least you have one or two.
I won't get totally shit on, and if anybody's like, okay, let's watch that,
and you can also say,
I won't be scared because I know it's
and I also think it's totally valid to be like, that's not really my thing. Like, my wife really isn't into horror as much as I am. And it's funny, and I joke, and I've said it on this podcast before, I really do think it's because I was exposed to it at a young age, and it didn't scare me. It didn't, like, for whatever reason, it interested me.
It took me a while to figure out, like, I knew that stuff wasn't real, but, like, there's a difference between knowing it isn't real and knowing how they do it.
In your defense, I did get real scared by Vampire in Brooklyn, and that's not really a scary movie.
Yeah, but there might have been a part that you remember very vividly.
His face, because it turned into like demonic looking.
There are
face.
There's
horror moments.
There are very simple and singular moments from my childhood, from different movies, that I look at it now and I'm like, that's not scary. But when I first saw it, it's just like a moment in a movie, and it's there for shock value. And because you're the right age, it hits you real fucking hard, and you're like, holy shit.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, but the other part of this movie, and we'll go on to yours, is I used to have, I went out and bought the book at one point. I don't have it anymore, but I bought it, and the version that I bought was Cycle of the Werewolf. It's about 250 pages. It's a novella. And
I checked that out of the library. I never got to it.
There were illustrations by Bernie Wrightson.
Yeah.
And Bernie Wrightson is one of the top comic book horror sci-fi artists of all fucking time, dude.
Okay.
Like, just seriously, like, if you have a chance, Bernie Wrightson, WRIGHTSON, go out and look up some of his stuff, because you will not be disappointed. He recently passed, I think, within the last couple of years, 5 or 6 years. God. But that was really cool that I had that book for a while, because the book is very similar to the movie. They didn't murder the movie like they often did with King adaptations sometimes.
Yeah.
So it's also stands as one of the better adaptations of one of his works. So, but yeah, one of my favorites. Go check it out. It's Halloween season. Go scare yourself shitless.
What?
That's a fair point. Hey, let's do something real quick. Will you turn your phone up, please?
Oh, will you?
Okay, and then try it again.
So I'm coming day and night.
Okay,
Oh, you mean
It's
this one?
terrific,
Yeah.
right? What?
And turn your phone up even more.
Oh my God.
Well,
We're doing
'cause-
this on the air.
Go ahead,
On the,
and then
on
do
the
it.
pod.
Yeah, and people are stopping.
Oh, fuck you.
Pretty much.
That's good.
All right, is it your turn?
Yeah. So, we, going in with Spooktacular. So, unwritten rule, him and I were like both coming in thinking of scary movies. So, with it being the week of Halloween, my wife and I just were like, let's watch some Halloween movies. And she had never seen The Thing, John Carpenter's The Thing. And it was my birthday. And I'm like, this is one of my favorite movies. We should watch it on my birthday. So She fell asleep, but it was late at night. In my defense, when I mentioned it to another friend of mine, he's like, "How could she fall asleep? That movie?" And I was like, we watched it in bed. Like we were sitting in bed watching it. That's why." And he's like, "Oh, that makes sense."
If I'm laying in bed with my loved one and we're watching a movie, it doesn't matter how scary it is. Like I can fall asleep.
Yeah. No matter what, your bed is comfortable.
I know
I
know I'm pretty safe.
It's just like I was talking about earlier.
Right here.
It's just like I was talking about earlier. You read your a book in bed, you're bound to fall asleep with the book because you're gonna drift off. I've done that twice in the last couple of nights because I've been reading King Sorrow. I've been falling asleep reading.
All right,
it.
that's you're not getting like a double fucking long box in here, okay?
Hey, Tyler.
Shit.
I will tell you this right now.
Get to it.
I will not talk about that book on this show because I'm going to do something.
Just wait till next week. What?
I'm going to do something special for that book, so I'm not going to talk about it on the show. Fucker. Anyway.
Oh, okay. You're going to do a little.
Yeah, I'm going to do. Well, I want to do something. I want to get into that book talk.
It's fine.
Because I've been reading a lot of books lately, and I feel like a lot of the time I really want to talk about them, but I don't really have a avenue to do it. So I've been thinking of doing some like Jake's book. I do some like book reviews and stuff like that. I kind of want that to be the first one, so
sure,
we'll get into that. But she did a couple of things I want to say. She did watch John Carpenter's The Thing, and she did in fact like it. She enjoyed it. I will say it is one of those movies that, and you can probably attest to this too. It's one of those movies I absolutely love because no matter how many times I watch it, I kind of pick up something new, and I love exposing other people to it because it's such a spectacle to watch them truly be mind fucked by this movie because you really have no. Because the basic premise isn't that it is the basic premise is scary.
You almost just don't want to say much about it except for maybe who's in it.
Yeah. But then you add on the body horror element to the already pretty scary premise. Mm-hmm. It's like, oh, shit. And I just remember, because I want to talk about, because you're both kind of talking about it. I want to briefly talk about my first time watching it. I want you to talk about yours. So,
real quick, before we go past this point,
sure.
Spoiler territory.
The movie's been out since
Hey, there are some people who may have never even heard of it. I want them to be able to experience it. So if you've never seen this, skip ahead from this point so that because we're going to talk about the movie now. And honestly, you should not know anything going into it except for maybe who's in it. Seriously.
Kurt Russell, Keith David.
You'll have a better time, don't you think?
Wilford Brimley.
If you go into it knowing nothing.
Pre-diabetes, Wilford Brimley.
Dude, Wilford Brimley always looked 50. When he was 20, he looked 50.
He didn't have a mustache in this movie, and it freaked me out.
I know, right?
Hey, where's your mustache?
All right, let's go.
Spoilers.
So moving on.
Yeah, John Carpenter's thing. I had heard about it for a long time, but I'd never seen it. And then there was one time. I think it was like Christmas break or something. I can't remember when exactly. I think it had to be winter because I'm pretty sure we were literally. It was just like a blizzard outside, and I literally stayed over at my friend's house because it was a snow day because I was in high school at the time. So he's like, "Hey, have you heard of this movie?" And I was like, "Yeah, I've heard it's pretty crazy. Like it's over. Like there's there's a crazy gore and whatever." And he like me is my cousin. He likes horror movies too. And we were in his basement and we got high. We got baked because it was Christmas break. We had nothing else to do, right? And we fucking decided, let's watch John Carpenter's The Thing
for the first time ever.
Blazed out of our minds, having no idea what we're doing.
You might as well have just eaten acid.
And I got to tell you, man, watching it first of all, I was in a place where I'm like, I know shit's gonna go down at some point, and I'm just gonna strap in.
You were trying to prepare yourself, but there's no way to prepare yourself.
The dog gets put in the kennel, and its head fucking splits open like a flower, and then starts to rattle and grow arms out of the side of it, and all these practical effects of these like Twizzler ropes coming out of it. Dude. I remember looking at my cousin.
Practical. All of it was practical.
I remember looking at my cousin being like, what the fuck? And then proceeded to be like, and I'll tell you this much. At the end of it, I remember just being like, that was awesome.
There's no other way to describe that movie other
Yeah.
than like, holy shit.
Yeah.
Can I see it
Because
again?
it is just relentless. Because I
Ugh.
rewatching it, I was
From
like, I
almost
forgot
from
how
the get-go.
hardcore it is right away.
Yeah.
Like, it is boom.
You're in Antarctica and this dog
It's
is
like
getting chased
20 I
down
think
and
like
shot at.
Maybe, but yeah, and honestly, I think what made it even more terrifying was the fact that we were watching it in the dead of winter while there was there had just been a blizzard, so there's a ton of snow outside, so it's even more scary, even scarier, I guess. But no, yeah, I just remember that's a movie that I've watched countless times since. It's a movie that's kind of stuck with me, and whenever I can get an opportunity to see it or expose people to it, I always jump at it because again, I just love this, and it is a relentless movie. Like it is not even 2 hours. And like I said, I want to say like 20, 30 minutes into the movie, we get our first transformation and we're fucking in it. We're in the big.
Well, like I said, the movie opens up with this dog getting chased and shot at. And the other guys at the thing
sniper,
are like,
and it's
why
a
are
dude
they
speaking a
shooting
foreign
at-
language, so you don't know why he's shooting at the dog.
They're Norwegians, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, and you know what I caught?
And the translation, by the way, of the helicopter pilots is do not take the dog. It's an alien. Kill that dog. It's an alien. Kill that dog.
Have you seen the prequel?
No, let me get into that. Are you done?
Excuse me. Yeah, I was just saying that was kind of, and then we'll kind of.
So,
once you kind of
my
go through
brother-
your experience watching it,
My
and then
brother, I've known about this movie for a long time, but I knew almost nothing about it.
yeah.
I thought it was a remake of a 50s movie. I kind of knew a little more about the 50s movie than I did about the
Thing
Carpenter
from outer
version.
space.
All right, let me just fix this here.
What's the name of the thing?
Start eating some candy or something.
Eat my ass.
So,
Fuck you, asshole.
so in 2011, this prequel comes out. I don't know if it's a remake, but I understand now that it's a prequel. And
Yeah. Same title.
it's a
though, which is
prequel to
confusing.
the John Carpenter movie of the same name. And I'm like, okay, well, it's time I watched this movie because I was reading like articles on Cracks.com a lot, and a lot of them were like, 5 movies that went the extra distance. And one of them was the part where he puts the defibrillator down and the chest opens up and bites his arms off.
Yeah.
So they got a stunt guy
Amputee. Yeah.
who's a double amputee, yeah. And I was about to say it before you just told it. So, where's the candy to fill your mouth? Like, here's some Twizzlers. Shut up. God, trying to tell about my first experience, and all I hear is, yeah, amputee. Just kidding, dude. Eat the Twizzlers. Shut the fuck up. Anyway. Sorry. So I'm like, that's cool. Wow. So I bought like the comebacks, the thing, and
the comebacks.
midnight run on Amazon, like all like for like $3 each on DVD. And I finally watched the thing, and that was probably I want to say 8-9 years ago, maybe. And I was just fucking blown away, like every fucking moment. I've seen it maybe 3 times since then. I still own it. It is one of my favorites. It's one of those movies that if you understand, you kind of have to go into it. And if you're back from the spoiler part, good, because we're done with that. But you got to go into it with eyes wide open and mind wide open. You have to understand that you cannot prepare yourself for this movie no matter what you do. And that you need to watch the movie and just experience all of it. The shock, the horror, the tension, the just all the drama. I mean, it's fucking insane. You're right. Within like 30 minutes, you see the first transformation, and you're gone. You can talk now. Sorry, you kept like, yeah, amputee, yeah, and I'm just like, okay, let me just.
Well, 'cause I know a lot about it.
I know you do, but let me tell my first time.
Kids. I'm just kidding. No, that's crazy because I would have pegged you as someone who had seen it a long time ago.
My brother, here's the fucked up thing. My brother like loves this movie, right? And obviously he probably saw it, I don't know, probably when he was younger or whatever, but he's loved it for a long time. And there were a couple times that I've had conversations with people. I was like, yeah, I love that movie. Like just to be cool. Like such a douche, Tyler. Shut the fuck up, But all I knew about it going into it was that I knew about those two scenes because of the special effects articles that I'd read. But I also knew that Kurt Russell was in it, and I also knew that Wilford Brimley was in it, and that was it. So going into it, I really didn't know, and I have no context other than context about the chest scene other than it happens. I don't know why or where. It's one of those pictofacts. So it's like, they used a real...
One thing I would love about this movie...
We got into the parade candy, sorry.
Which each time I watch it, I get a little something different. So, like, one thing I thought was interesting, the moment they... I'd known about the wreck part, the wreck sequence, where the dog just kind of walks around and touches everybody. But from moment one, that dog fucking gets someone's DNA, because it licks his hand. And licks his face. Like, it immediately gets contact. Mm-hmm. So it's the second they saw that dog, they should have fucking, like he said, should have shot the fucking dog. Because then it was like, oh, now it has someone. Mm-hmm. And, like, just little shit like that I didn't quite pick up the first time I watched, the other times I'd watched it or think. But, like, little subtleties and stuff. But, like, it is a funny movie at times. And that's the beauty of horror, is the... Jordan Peele, I always reference that. He always says the difference between horror and comedy is the music. And because there are some genuinely funny moments in this movie. Like when... Okay, what I appreciate the most about it is how drawn out this shit is and how practical it is, and it's grotesque. It is insanity. Like, okay, so we like, how do we ramp up this scene from this dude's arms getting chopped off by this chest cavity that just chopped his arms off? Oh, I know. That dude's head just, like, melts off his body and then grows fucking spider legs out of the side of it and it's in the background running away, which is amazing.
And the fucking mouth is moving the whole time and breathing, like, smoke out.
Crab eyes come out of it. Like, what are we doing? Like, they're, like, stringing out of his head. Like, what? And that was another part where I'm just sitting there watching my wife watch it because every transformation, she's like, what the fuck? Because it is a gross movie, and it's just so good.
But yeah, you really just have to go into it and just accept everything.
And the ending is my favorite
Yep.
because of how ambiguous it is. But the best thing about it was she didn't know anything about the ending, too. So when we watched the end, like the last 20 minutes or so where she fell asleep, the ending happens and she just goes, "That's it."
I've always maintained that they're both human and they die anyway because they can't decide which one of them is only human.
I have a friend that thinks they're both human. I love, again, Carpenter, masterful in this fucking movie with his direction and
Kurt Russell makes a lot of the movie.
His red herrings, like that whole last sequence with Child, has so much. There's so much believability to be suspicious of him because he just kind of disappears at some point going after Blair.
Yep.
And then you talked about how one thing you liked about Robert Rodriguez is that he scores his movies. I love that Carpenter scored a lot of his movies because the fucking synth in this movie.
We completely overlooked the synth fucking
when he takes
score.
the sip of the whiskey and it's boom 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 like boom. Like,
there's a lot of like like those movements, like, and it's just like.
But whenever there's like an investigation, or there's a long drawn out sequence, and he just like plays that synth bass line, it's just like boom, like it's just again fucking master of the craft of this, and just like I love it, man. It's got to be. It's definitely it probably is my favorite horror movie of all time.
I'd say mine too.
It is got to be. It might be.
Talk about a movie you can tell people you've seen a bunch of times and know that you're not going to get scared.
I hate doing like rankings of movies because there's so many and there's so many movies that I love. But like, it's got to be top 10 for me, maybe even top 5. I would say it's got to be close to top 5.
Like I said, like Silver Bullet is not a great movie. There's a lot. The effects still kind of hold up in a way. I mean. For the time that they were made, I guess, like there's effort put into this movie, right, by somebody, right, and by a bunch of somebodies. But more than anything, it relies a lot on kind of jump scares, kind of fake out jump scares, kind of. But it's at the root of it. It's a really beautiful story about a sister and her brother. And her brother's in a wheelchair, so she has to. But at the root of the, she has to, take care of him. Her parents are always, whatever.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
But it's a story about how they
She's
kind
his
of
caretaker in a way.
It's a kind of story how they grew to bond and become like truly, love each other for brother and sister
and reconnect
siblings.
as siblings. Yeah.
But so the whole movie is told from like the sister is older and she's telling the story like it was years ago and whatever. But again, The Thing is not just one of my favorite movies, it's a good movie. Like, it's solid. And it's funny, it was a box office bomb.
Yeah.
But
the
people
cult
have
following. And
well, because everybody at that time was like Star Wars and E.T. and shit. And they were like, huh?
Also,
what do you mean
I think it was released at a rough time because it was in the
Yes.
summer, and it just dude, this movie is a nihilistic, hardcore movie that should not have been a summer movie. It should have been in the fall.
Yeah,
winter in that time period. Yeah,
especially because it's snowing in the movie the whole time because they're in Antarctica.
Yeah, like February or something.
Yeah.
But regardless,
yeah, definitely.
No, I could talk forever about that movie.
I
absolutely
fucking
love
could
the
too.
movie. Shout out to John Carpenter's The Thing.
Can we just before we move on, can we just say how lucky we all are to have Kurt Russell,
dude?
In so many eras of film.
Captain Ron, have you seen that movie?
No.
Damn it! I thought you would be the one guy who had seen that movie. No one has seen that movie. And by the way, it's a very forgettable.
I might have seen
Martin
it.
Short. And fuck, I can't think of his. No, don't matter. Don't look it up. Don't waste your time with it. It's a forgettable comedy. But I remember.
Because I remember when it came out.
He's a fake eye patch and a Hawaiian shirt, and he's not really this like captain.
Yeah.
It's not overboard though. Men like to do a lot of boat movies. But point is, you're absolutely right. And then, actually,
Big Trouble in Little China.
I was watching it with my wife, and I was
John
like, she said
Carpenter's
something.
Thing.
And she said something, and I was like, "What? Kurt Russell with a beard can get it?" And she's like, first of all, Kurt Russell can get it any." And I was like, "Fair." But she goes, "But with a beard, yes." Because I was like, "How do you make this man more beautiful? Put a beard on him. He's gorgeous in this movie,
dude." And you top it off with a leather jacket. You might as well show me a picture of a giant fucking hard dick.
Wow. You want to talk about a weird collaboration?
Sorry, that's weird, right? Why are you showing me a picture
Can we also
of that?
just wrap it up by saying I would have never pegged in a million, like, if you were to think of like two guys that would be such good collaborators, I would have never imagined it being John Carpenter and Kurt Russell.
Right.
But
they did a lot. They did that.
the
Big
escape
Trouble in Little China,
movies,
escape movies.
Big Trouble. I adore Big Trouble in Little China.
We might have to do a commentary on that movie.
Lohan. Just because he's a fucking Kurt Russell's a fucking doofus in that movie, and I love it. Yeah, we know. Oh God, is it James Wong? Who's the villain?
I think so. He was a ton of.
You want to
80s
talk
movies.
about a dude like his is it Lohan?
Yeah.
His villain scared the shit out of me as a kid, man. And it shouldn't have. But
I'm really sorry.
oh, the dudes that like got really fat and
Yeah.
fucking blew up.
The effects are so good in that movie because you're like,
It's such a weird movie.
Yes.
It is so weird.
why does this movie exist?
It's so good though. I love it.
The
All right.
escape movies are
We should
classic.
just do a fucking Carpenter episode.
Fucking A, man. Shut, bro.
What? All right, let's get real quick before we get back into the spookiness in the comics. We have a show to review.
Oh.
Season 2 finale of Gen V, episode 8. So at the end of episode 7,
Okay.
wow, Thomas Godolkin was puppeting Cypher this whole time. We also find out in this episode that he had V1, which is the same V that like Soldier Boy and Homelander have. So that's why he never aged. It starts with him showing how he took the compound V. And then he's explain, doesn't it? Yeah, it goes in him explaining to Sage pretty much how he plans to do what his whole thing is like. If I can control Maria, I can control Homelander, and that's his end game. Mm-hmm. And she's pretty much being like, "No, we didn't agree to this. What are you doing? Like, this wasn't part of the plan." So I like that. I like Sage's arc in this because I like still no matter as much as she is vulnerable with Thomas. She wants to be with Thomas, but at the end of the day, she's still committed to her mission because she's the one who goes to Polarity and says, "This is where he's going to be, and you should pretty much do it." She doesn't say it, but she's like, "You got nothing to lose. Go fuck that guy up." Like what everybody you love's dead, so like, what do you have to lose? And I thought that was a really cool scene because again, it just shows you how smart Sage is, and just like how she still is really the one manipulating things. Because it's all technically it's Thomas Godolkin, but a lot of this is Sage too, because he's the one who's like, you're the one who put everything in place because you're the one who said this would happen. Like you're the one who leaked the information to Starlight and all this other shit. Like, and again, she is really the better and that's the thing, is that's why Homelander hates her so much, is because she's the better villain, because she's smarter than him. And I love that she's like, you need to talk to Homelander pretty much, and he's like, you guys need to meet, and he's like, yeah, in a minute, and then he decides to just announce that he's back, and she's like, that's not the way to fucking do this, but yeah. And then he pretty much, I like the whole sequence of him culling the herd.
Mm-hmm.
So he's trying to like level up his telepathy by trying to mind puppet all these students while walking through them.
Mm-hmm.
What did you think of the sequence when he made him dance? Because that was creepy as shit, and I loved it.
Yeah, it's just
We need some music.
sure. Yep. Yeah.
So let's kind of just skip to the end, I guess. Because
Oh, are you done talking about it? Because I was waiting for you. I wanted you because I knew you would like it, and I wanted you to get out your effusiveness.
oh no, because I think
so I could shit all over it.
Time out, because I think you and I are about to crash out at the same thing. So
Let me. Yeah, I think you're right, but go ahead. Okay,
I want.
go
Well, I
ahead.
want to
You're
keep talking about the things that I liked, and maybe you like too, if you want to keep going.
right. Well,
I like the some of the smaller things. I liked that Jordan told Maria we can't be together because
Sure.
I can't trust you because
Sure.
you keep leaving me.
sure.
And like, I'd love to be your friend, but I can't be with you.
Yeah, that's fair.
And that was like a real cool character moment.
Yeah.
And then so we get to the end. Maria shows up and says, "I'm gonna deal with Godolkin," and they're gonna deal the thing. So they have their fight. She fights off everybody. She has her friends. They come in. They help. And she's like, got him down. She's got the jump on him. And she's like, we fucking beat you. And then holds him up like she's going to explode him. And then he's like, thank you. And then takes control over her. So now Godolkin finally can control an Odessa-level hero or soup.
Yeah, and it's like, oh God.
And then it doesn't matter because then fucking Polarity shows up to help. Okay, cool. We were already telegraphed that was going to happen. Whatever. He shows up. I like where this is going. So Godolkin is trying to take over Polarity, I guess.
Yeah.
And because of that, he takes his focus off Maria.
I don't know.
I think is what we're implying.
Sure.
And then he blows up. He's trying to take over Polarity. They're fighting, and then she just blows him up. So we did all that to bring Thomas Godolkin back to just take him off the board again. And this is... Go on. The floor is yours
You
to
ready?
rant.
You ready?
Because Buddy...
I think I know exactly where you're going.
Because
Oh,
Tyler...
yeah, you want to hear this.
I think you and I are going to be on the same wavelength.
Cool. So how many episodes was this?
8.
Okay, cool. So you wasted 8 episodes of my life for nothing.
Time
Literally.
out. No. We liked those episodes. Don't pretend we didn't.
Give me a second.
Okay. All right. I'm just saying. It's a little harsh.
Every incredible moment that I had with these characters throughout this season meant nothing because I doubt we're going to see him in The Boys in this final season. I hate the scene between Starlight and what was his name?
A-Train?
A-Train, and
Man.
I fucking hated that.
I actually liked it.
I thought it was awful and tacked on at the end to be like, oh hey, cool,
But
here's
you gotta
how.
bite the hand that feeds you.
Honestly, I thought they were gonna end the show at okay, now he's got control of Marie. That would have
Yeah.
been the perfect cliffhanger, like, oh my God. And then we're going into the final season
Yeah.
of The Boys,
That's
right?
what, yeah.
No, let's go ahead and just completely negate
so-
the entire
so-
season 10 minutes later when she blows him up. I'm not done.
I just want to have my hand up
Go
to
ahead.
let you know. I don't want to derail you.
You're good.
But I will say, while
don't
I
be a
did
douche.
like that scene with the hand that feeds playing underneath it, I enjoyed that sequence. However, I would have been cool with what you said. I would have been cool with Maria being controlled by Godolkin. I would have been fine with that because then I agree with you because it builds to something of like, holy shit.
Also, why did we spend all this time bringing back Godolkin if you're
For
just going
one
to kill him?
episode. One episode. And
I just, look, you kind of wasted our time because we're not
no,
going to...
I don't know about that. Sorry.
You're fine, but I want to state unequivocally that you wasted my time for 8 episodes because I really don't think we're going to see these characters in The Boys' final season. Maybe as cameos, but certainly not as central characters enough that I give a shit. And you took this season and you're like, okay, this is where we're going. And it's like, cool, this will lead into The Boys' final season. And it kind of does, but again, it's just filler. Because all of the great moments that I liked with these characters meant nothing. Because at the end of the season, the last 10 minutes, you ruined it all by being like, hey, here's a nice little bow to wrap it all up. Well, that ain't life. That ain't how life works. Why should it be
Well-
superhumans? I'm upset.
Well, I think it's
I'm turned off by Gen V now.
Well, I think I think you're running into the same problem that a lot
So
of
mad I'm gonna have a sucker.
people have been expressing with The Boys itself, and it is that okay, but it seems like we're starting to get a little telegraphed, and it's like we have all these things, and these big crazy things are gonna happen. There's this big bad, but then at the end of the day, we're always back to square one.
Do you remember this last season of The Boys? And you told me, I remember before we went into the season, you're like, if somebody doesn't die, I'm done. Because they kept talking
They gotta
about
kill somebody, yeah.
right? And they did, I think.
Yeah,
Don't you
and
think? They killed
that
Victoria.
finale was very good and impactful,
Right,
and
yes.
I liked it.
Yes, it's like, okay, cool, let's get to The Boys. Let's get to the next season, let's get to the final season. And I thought this would be a good aperitif. A little, here's a starter before your stake of a final season of The Boys, because I'm sure my expectations are way too high. But here's a little appetizer before
can I
The
just
Boys.
say-
And it turned out to be, instead of pigs in a blanket, it was shit on a platter
So I
had to eat with my hands, Jake. And I didn't.
my hands.
I didn't know it was shit until the end of the final episode.
So Tyler,
And I'm like, I've been
Hold
eating
on.
shit this whole season? You bastards. Sorry.
what I was gonna say was
Normally I'll eat shit. but
There's
I
a couple
wanna
things
know
about this.
it.
So I had heard some things about like there was a potential for a third season. Like we don't know. We'll see about the numbers. I think that's just them bullshitting because I think the plan was always going to have just these 2 seasons of Gen V to tie into the finale of The Boys. And I think that's still the plan. According to Kripke, the main thing about this final season, it's about a group of underground rebels fighting because everybody drinks Homelander's Kool-Aid at this point. And so this whole season is about this underground resistance, which is why I think we are going to see these characters in The Boys' final season. But similar to other problems we've had with The Boys, where it's like, man, we just feel like we're always ending up at the same place all the time. Guess who fucking gets her powers back? Kate. That's what I'm saying. We're back to square one. Everybody's got their powers.
So nothing really happened.
No, and I'm not against character development, and I think that like how they did Cricket, her storyline, and how she telling the story of her overcoming her trauma to get her control of her powers. I think that was well done. I think it would have been fine with Kate not having her powers back. I don't understand.
Let me backtrack a little bit.
I get the reasoning for the character development of Maria apologizing to her and saying maybe I shouldn't be the arbiter of who has powers and who doesn't.
I like to be very like, oh, all or nothing, Tyler Allen. But you know what?
That's a song.
Sometimes
nothing tolerated.
I sometimes forget that life is generally not all or nothing. And one thing I did enjoy a lot about this season that isn't ruined is all of the moments that were there to help people who are struggling right now maybe feel a little better.
Yeah. And
I'm talking about the
that's
political
why-
bullshit.
That's why I want to push
white
back.
supremacist fucking Nazi political climate we're in right
That's
now.
why I want to push back on you saying waste of time, because I don't think it wasted.
You're right.
Because
I don't want to say I wasted
Yeah.
my time with those characters because I do care
no,
about,
that's
care
but
about
that's
those
why
characters.
but that's why you're so pissed, because you actually care about these characters and you actually care about the story and where it's going, and you want to. So that's why you
and
aren't.
you
as-
fucked me.
that's why you're not as happy. I like the ending, but it does seem funny where the show where like the boys universe with its satire, because I'll give them credit, they did telegraph that when he's talking to Polarity, because Black Noir sets that whole sequence up at the end, because he's like, I get it, we gotta plant seeds for the sequel, like this whole talking about planting seeds for the sequel, and then we have a whole fucking Marvel-esque team up sequence at the end of the show. I love it. I think that was them kind of making fun of themselves a little bit, but
Yeah.
but also I hate that I like this guy who plays Black Noir, because Black Noir is a piece of shit, but he's so fucking funny. And the fact that he took a selfie. Also R.I.P. Doug. That was sad.
Oh yeah.
We got stabbed through the chest. No, it's sad because he said some really nice things about Andre, and it made Polarity feel good.
I think it's break time.
I think you're lying. I think you're lying. All right, Tyler. It's spooky, but it's comic books.
I'm gonna take a break.
Yeah, well, not until you hear this.
I could write a book about what you don't know.
Spooky comic book time. Caw! Yeah, you're glad you stayed. All right, first up tonight we have a Werewolf by Night.
Looks like a one shot.
It's by Michael, I think it's Giacchino.
Giacchino.
Anyway, known for his musical scores. He also, of course, directed that Marvel special presentation, Werewolf by Night. He wrote majority of this. There's a backup in this, but he wrote Nail in the Coffin. The artist was David Messina.
I like the art.
Love the art in this. And then Jason Liu was the writer and artist for A Howling Nightmare, which was the backup story. So this book is kind of...
It's a little bit of a prequel to the one shot, right?
Yeah, it's kind of a weird placement. Yeah, I don't know if it's a prequel to like anything in the MCU or anything like that. I'm not sure if it's tied to that in any way.
It could be.
I think it might just be like this is its own story.
It's a one shot.
And
I don't think I ever saw Werewolf by Night #2.
So anyway, this story is about Jack, who talks about his curse, and he talks about how like
Can I just say, like,
he hides and locks himself away in a special
Werewolf
room.
by Night. The name of the guy who is the Werewolf by Night being named Jack Russell,
Beautiful.
like Jack Russell Terrier. No, it's kind of dumb.
So it's comics, baby. Hey,
Listen.
listen here.
Listen here, Excelsior. Listen, before I do this line of coke, let me tell you how I made up Peter Parker.
There's a spider on the wall. I said, I bet I could fucking...
I've told the guys at Jay's how we have these little vignettes about Jack Kirby and Stanley just getting super fucking high on coke and coming up with and they're just like, you guys need to do something.
Jack, you get it. He can't be a werewolf by day. He's a werewolf by night because of the moon. It's brilliant. Here's some coke. Anyway. Do a bump.
Thanks. See, I gotta watch some Jack Kirby so I can do a Jack Kirby impression. I'll be Jack and you be Stanley.
So we find out that Jack's not in his confinement room at home. It's Dracula
Oh,
who's been keeping him prisoner.
I think this is the exact plot to the movie Underworld
Yeah. It actually, you know what?
or Twilight.
Dude, I was laughing.
Oh,
It's funny you say that because first thing came to my mind was like those Underworld movies because he's like, I'm half vampire, half werewolf. That's the vibe I got.
and all douche.
And I'm fucking Kate Beckinsale.
Wow.
He won.
He wins every time.
He won that movie.
Kate Beckinsale, let me see her naked.
So anyway,
I win.
it's nighttime. He's about to turn, but he hears a voice.
Hmm.
He says, "Jack, don't turn. Stay in the moment." And then he goes all underworld on him.
Whoa.
And doesn't quite turn into the wolf.
Wow.
They call him Half Jack after this. So then he escapes the
Half Jack, you
yeah.
say?
Yeah.
Is that what happens when you
You go soft halfway.
oh, you get caught midway?
Yeah. Oh, see, I was thinking that too.
You're like, I was thinking two
Oh
things.
no, my mom opened the door. I was half jacked.
Listen, I need your car, but you can ride in the back seat, and then I'll give you your car back when I'm done doing my crime, okay? That's a half jack. I got half carjacked.
So reach around while they're stealing your car. Wow, that got away from us. So anyway, Half Jack keeps hearing this voice. So he runs into the other werewolf that we saw previously in the story
Full jack?
that ate a cup. He's full jacked.
Fully jacked. Fully turgid.
So we find out the voice that helped
Veiny.
Jack fight that werewolf was in fact the voice of Man-Thing,
Yeah.
which was dope.
It's awesome.
Oh, like some of the visuals of him, like, oh, so good. So then Dracula was like, I'm going to turn into a bat. Fuck you. And then Dracula may be gone, but well, yeah. So they don't kill him. He gets away. He turns into a bat. Are you going to die? And then, and then so it's an okay issue. It is one of those things where, like, it's enjoyable. It's a fun read for Halloween. It's fun to do for something like this. But if you were an average Joe out and about, I don't necessarily. I mean, it is what, $5, but even
You're an average Joe walking about.
it's not something that would like stop me at the stands where I'm like, I have to read another issue. Or I'm like, it's a fun book, but it's nothing like, whoa, mine. Like, oh, I need to read more of this.
So real quick, just to
Not
kind of
like
give
mine.
you an idea of my comic book buying tendencies, because I've talked about it a little bit before, but it's important to note. I have a pull list at Jay's, and when I go in there, having a pull list, which I think you can have a pull list without having any books on it and still get like the discount, I think. But I do have books on it, and it's the absolute books.
Absolutely.
Because those are the only, and it's the first three, and Martian Manhunter, because those are the only ones I still read monthly. I have the Mortal Thor on there now, because I've been reading that. So,
Are we sniffing his farts again, Al Ewing?
well,
Maybe. I like that.
I
book.
will say I'm very, very pleased with the direction of this book, even though I know you're not going to be.
Okay, bold stance.
Well,
Dude, why don't you just every orifice?
so for
is leaking.
instance, I know, right? So for instance, today I went Wednesday's New Comic Day. So today I went in there and I got my pull list. My pull list was 2 books, and I ended up buying 4 total books. The reason why is I go back to the back, I look at the new stuff, and I pick out stuff that I might like, and then I bring all that up and along with my whatever. But that day, that must have been a week where I either had nothing in my pull list or there wasn't much on the new book stand, and I thought that would be fun for us to read. And it was probably, it might have been around the time of the one shot that it came out, I'm sure. You know.
Yeah.
But I didn't hate it. It just,
Yeah, it's okay, but
if you're whatever.
it's
Anyway,
not something that I would
so-
read monthly. It's not something I'm like, whoa, I gotta read fucking.
Werewolf by Night.
It's a easy, quick read. It's well drawn. Yeah, it's pretty to look at.
Listen, here's the pitch. We get to see Werewolf by Night by day. It's monthly. No, get out of my office.
And you're gonna get half jacked when you read Werewolf by Night.
Ghost Rider. One of my favorites. Johnny Blaze. Is that too on the nose? Let me snort some more.
Come on, don't bullshit me.
And
Play it with me straight, Jack. All right, let's move on.
What? I could write a book about what you don't know.
oh dear God.
Next book up, it's Predator
Guess-
Kills the Marvel Universe
Guess.
number 2.
Can you guess whether I'm going to buy number 3 or not?
No?
I'll tell you right now. It's already come out, and no, I didn't.
Wow.
You want to know why? I can't believe I bought number 2.
Benjamin Percy, Marcel Ferreira. Benjamin Percy's writer, Marcel
It's
Ferreira.
a ridiculous cash grab with no real story, and all these Marvel heroes get slaughtered by predators. Neat.
So we start with the Milano coming in, and
So please try and put a shine on this turd,
no,
Jake.
keep shitting on it while I try and talk about it. Because it's funnier that way. If I try and play it straight, and you're like, "Fuck this! This is a dirt pile of shit.
Who's the criminals responsible for this piece of
This
shit?
is a leathery shit."
This one didn't even come all the way out. It just split in half
So
for
the
no
Milano
reason.
shows up, and they're like, the Shield is like, "Hey, what are the Guardians doing here?" And he mimics Peter Quill's voice, and he says, "Hey, we're cool. It's just fucking Peter Quill." Excuse me. Did you know that I'm just burping in the mic, coughing in the mic? I don't give a
burped
shit.
into the mic.
I'm gonna burp in the mic.
What?
I'm gonna cough in the mic.
What? I'm gonna shit in the mic.
What?
So anyway, we cut to.
We're so dumb.
So yeah, pretty much the Predators get into Shield, and then we cut to the Xavier Institute and Professor X and Magneto are playing chess. So then we see the Predators crash.
Can I be honest? When I saw them playing chess, I was like, I almost threw the book across the
Oh,
fucking...
let's do the Jay Childs. Do you want to do the most cliche thing we could do? Oh yes,
Right?
Yes, Eric. Let's play fucking chess.
book
Because
is-
we've never done that ever.
This book is written by somebody who's never read a Marvel comic, but has definitely played Marvel role-playing games. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Oh, Benjamin Percy's done a lot of.
Whatever. You suck. You suck, Benjamin Percy.
You know what? These farts are smelling like shit.
They smell like Al Ewing's farts.
So we cut to.
You guys eat the same shit in the bullpen?
You know, I will say there's some times when I'm just like, oh my god, with like we cut to the Shield shit,
The shield shit.
and the Milano's docking, and then we cut back to.
Oh, it's
This is where I
docking? Wow.
it's docking my face right now with this shit. So you know where I rolled my eyes hard? First of all, the chest thing I was like, whatever. But where I really rolled my eyes where it said Weapon Plus Facility, I was like, go fuck yourself, Benjamin Percy. I hate you.
Yeah, they're making a Predator weapon. Shut the fuck up.
Yes, because it's Benjamin Percy, and we have to bring in Wolverine somehow or allude to Wolverine in some way.
I just want to punch myself in the face so hard.
I do like Benjamin Percy as a writer, though.
I'm not saying he's bad.
I just don't really like this.
Look, man. Again, we've talked about it before. Sometimes it's like, hey, yeah, I'll take that. I'll
X-Men are
take
in the
that
danger
paycheck.
room. They're fucking around, and they're like, hey, this isn't what the thing is. And
You know how
then-
many times I've seen that in an X-Men comic? Go away, cliche. Like this whole
dude, that's
this whole
good.
book is awful.
Tyler, don't ignore what you just did. That's a drop, brother.
I have to.
Go away, cliche. You said it so slick like.
Don't stare
Go away. Go away, cliche.
today. Go away. No, but the entire book is just cliche after cliche, and
So
I
Kraven and the Predators attack the Avengers, and then the Hulk then Banner gets angry and turns into the Hulk.
big deal. I read the first one because I was like, oh, cool. Is this going to be like kind of like the Predator just shows up and just starts slaughtering all these heroes? Because that's kind of a neat idea, right? And it's not that at all. It's so trite and stupid.
Oh, and I'm sure it's connected to fucking Predator versus Wolverine because there's Predator versus, there's
I can't
Godzilla.
believe I still haven't seen Batman versus Deadpool.
Really?
No.
Probably because it's flying off the shelves like fucking hotcakes.
I should have asked today, but I keep forgetting when I go on. I keep forgetting. Ask about Batman, dear Deadpool. I keep forgetting to ask about that comic book. I keep forgetting.
Oh.
Not enough anymore.
Oh, yeah.
Keep forgetting.
So, main event time.
I could write a book about what you don't know.
Thanks, Skeletor.
Uh,
Punk.
we have a October edition of the Science imprint of Cruel Universe.
So real quick, for a long time I was going into Mayhem, and I would walk in, and they had these. My brother did a show there, and I was just kind of wandering around, and they had this whole wall of these EC books. Yeah. Well, no, I'll tell you. Yeah, sure. They had a whole wall of these EC books, and it does say EC because they bought the imprint from, I think it's Oni Press. And they've done other stuff before this, but weird science, weird fantasy, and then like Vault of Horror, Tales from the Crypt. They have Two-Fisted Tales, which is like, which no is not what you think. It's
I mean, I wasn't, but I am now.
It's stories. It's like horror type stories, but like in war.
Yeah.
So. It's really like, and then they have a Western themed one. But here's the stupid thing: EC Comics, they made a comic every month called Bible Stories. Okay.
Yeah.
They were still the comic book company that got shit on hardest by the Comics Code when that thing came down. In fact, they were trying to police themselves so that Congress would stay the fuck out of it.
Yeah.
Because they had no idea what they were talking about. Because censorship is bad, right?
It's generally it's better when the artists do their own kind of
So all these
keep
books,
each other in check.
all these books had to go away, but somebody has saved all of them, and so there was like 20 books, and what it was like 5 or 6 issues of these books. You know, again, weird fantasy, suspense stories. You know, whatever. Weird science, all these different, and each one has like 4 or 5 stories in each one, and they're really quick, and they have a moral to them. Sometimes they're just fucked up. But I saw this Cruel Universe again from Oni Press. It's it's volume 2, number 3. I'm willing to bet it's a quarterly magazine.
Yeah.
But I picked it up right away. In fact, I forgot this one at home too. But I bought one called Creep Show, which is another type of book, but it's just straight up
Like
horror.
anthology stuff.
Yeah.
So anyway, we got 3 stories in this, and the first one is called Genocide to Go. So like the theme here is I guess I don't really think there is a particular theme other than it's just like science fiction, but in this story it's Genocide to Go. It's by Rian, Hughes, and Anna Readman. I love the art of it because the art of it looks like an acid trip. And its plot is like an acid trip because it's an alien invasion story. But the satirical part of it that's amazing about it is they landed on Earth, and the way that they're going to conquer us is through fast food because they create they build a restaurant. We find out later that the things that are being served are actually tiny little brains. From an alien race that apparently doesn't feel pain, according to these people, the science of these aliens, so they don't feel morally wrong about beating them and enslaving them and serving their brains as food. Which, yeah, again, I love how twisted these fucking morals of these stories
As
are.
pacifists, they believe that they had been placed here on the physical plane to bear witness to the actions of others.
Yeah.
And all moral choices they had come to understand were interchangeable. No one action could be thought of as more or less moral or wise than any other, and that accompanies a picture of one of the brains being
Like
scooped
these big
out,
alien people
and
are
the
beating the
other
shit
2
out of
aliens
this thing.
are just along
Yeah,
watching
like,
it.
whatever.
But then when they go to court, and their philosophy was free, the Zizaz Unitary Xenarchy patiently explained that they had studied the Palzahara's culture and biology and discovered that without crime or predation, they had not evolved a pain response, so could not suffer, and their philosophy was free of moral distinctions. If the grand architect, whose existence was the subject of much debate, had made them good to eat, perhaps that was their prime person. a prime purpose. And as the health experts here on Earth also had to admit, it was nutritious as well as delicious. So then the story ends, and I don't like how it ends. I mean, I guess the aliens figure out that humans are good to eat.
Yeah. And that's how they're gonna get us, is they're gonna eat us.
I guess.
I like that.
It's okay.
It's very much classic pulpy like style magazine.
Yes.
So like I like the fact that the endings are grim. in
Yes.
these.
Yes. There always should be a like, oh fuck. ending.
Yeah. Yeah, but that one I really dug in, just like
It's interesting art.
such an
It's
interesting
very
satire
R-crumb.
on
Yeah.
how, and like the commentary on that race. Where
Yes.
that alien race didn't say anything because they're like, maybe that's what we're, and it's like talks about like explaining how that happens to races and people that are minorities that are oppressed, and they're just like, maybe this is what we're supposed to be. You know what I mean? Like that kind of thinking that takes place to the people that are put under that kind of lifestyle. It's just fucked up, and I like how this book kind of touches on that, and I really dug it. On to the next.
Next one is Pheromone.
A Pheromone by Cecil.
Yes. So this is an interesting one.
Cecil Castellucci.
It's
and
basically-
Claire Rowe.
Yeah, it's a story about 3 scientists, and 2 of them are girls, and one of them and another one joins them, and it's a guy, and she, the one girl is like, I am just smitten with him, but he starts hanging out with the other one. Rose was now the
So
queen.
Rose is the one that gets picked
Yes.
because
In our
She likes
friendship,
her,
I
yeah.
was the queen bee and Rose sat in my shadow, a drone. But with a Derek hanging around, Rose was now the queen. So she works with bugs and pheromones and butterflies and stuff. So she comes up with a way to scientifically drive them apart through pheromones. But she accidentally makes it so that my selfish little experiment got away from me. Pandora's box had been opened. The chemical reactions caused other reactions, a collapsing, colliding brew of bacteria and signals that leapt from Rose to other humans like an evil miasma. It made us all cry. It made us all repel each other.
So yeah, no one wanted to make love. Nobody wanted to be in love and have children, and so everybody died, and then the insects took over.
Human society slowly collapsed. Wars began as a
Again,
result of the aggression.
I love these like super grim pulpy shit of this. Like it's very much a throwback to those old horror comics back in the day, and I really like that. And that's when something
yeah,
that,
the end, she's just a skeleton.
and to your credit, you were someone who's like, dude, I think you should read this book because you'd really like it. Like you were like pushing it to me. You're like, you should really read this.
Because I to me, like, life, look, I think art that examines how painful and kind of tragic and stupid and short life can be, and kind of holds it up as a mirror to our society, I think is important art. I think it's really important art, and I think people that don't expose themselves to that type of art have a kind of a skewed worldview a little bit. I'm not one of those assholes who's like, I'm not one of those assholes who's like, well, I think about death all the time, so I'm really deep. Like, I'm not one of those people, right?
Yeah.
But I do think it's important to examine your own darkness.
Yeah.
And to be aware of what you know what I mean?
As far as we understand, we're the only species on this planet that understands that we'll die.
Yes.
And yeah, no, I'm with you. I think about death a lot.
That wasn't the point. I was saying
but I'm just saying, like, I'm saying that in a way of like, it's human to have that lurking in your mind somewhere,
Right.
because it's a part of life.
right. But I think that's why it's important that stories like this and art like this exists.
Yeah.
To hold a mirror up to our
And
society.
that's why I love horror.
However satirical, however silly, however cartoony.
Yeah.
And some of this is cartoony, some of it isn't. But all of it is to say, hey, we're not all that great, are we? And it's like, you know what? I think we need to be told that more often than not.
Yeah.
Especially in our world. Right now, our world is collapsing because social media has made us all individuals. And politicians have acted and pounced on that shit. And that's where we're at right now. we're never going to be able to come together again until all this shit's gone. Anyway, keep watching for our new YouTube channel.
We're totally not
we
depressed.
Fucking have to.
The last one is Worth It by Sarah Gailey and Kano.
my favorite.
This one is it's just amazing. I love how it's all been worth it.
Yeah.
All my work, all those sleepless nights, building the fleet, busting the unions, birthing the app, braving the firing squad. Is him sitting in front of Congress.
Yeah.
It's all been worth
Worth
it.
it is the title of the story.
So yeah, it's all about this guy literally building an app that is the whole point of the app is you can use whatever you want essentially, but you have to pay for the fees to have any safety protocols. So, you can go bungee jumping, but you got to pay $60 for the cord to not snap. Like an actually good cord, that would say. You know what I mean? Like, that's what he builds everything with, and it's called Worth It. That's the name of the app.
Gee, that doesn't sound like that could happen in our world. Could it, Jake?
And I think the thing is, look, I like technology, and I have a lot of
There's some good things about it.
But I think another reason you and I are friends is because deep down, I'm a fucking Luddite. And let me tell you, you cannot name a bigger rivalry in sports or movies or anything than me and a laptop that doesn't fucking work. Because I want to break that.
I was going to say Google and Apple.
Yeah, but I want to break that fucker over my knee. I'm so pissed about it.
Me too.
I know how first world problem that sounds. So what I'm saying is, I'm the Luddite in me loves a story shitting on technology.
Oh, and especially a tech billionaire,
A tech
like
bro.
this fuck.
So what happens? He's on the moon, and there's a disconnection between him and the Wi-Fi on his
Of course,
suit.
it's the Wi-Fi.
Because of course he has a suit that has
and
to be connected
he keeps
to
saying
Wi-Fi.
to himself, like, I wish I hadn't done this with the, whatever.
Yeah. So anyway, because he explains that because he's on the moon, there's no, and he's building a statue on the moon, by the way,
Of himself.
Of himself. And he literally did all this and got all this money and kissed enough ass with the right legislators to get a fucking statue on the moon that everybody could see. So he's doing that, and in that process, the suit gets disconnected, and the fluids don't have gravity to go through the suit, so they go up into his helmet, and it's going to drown him. But the problem is, he can't get the emergency thing to turn his suit back on to do it, and he can't do it because he doesn't have Wi-Fi. And then they use the Worth It app to get his suit to work, but it's like constantly charging
you have
them
to download
to use the suit. And there's a bunch of these like things, and he goes, "I can't. Who's gonna pay for it? I can't. He already garnished my wages." It was just an amazing thing of like watching this fucking douche die in space, just because he
Here, let me see.
He has such an ego.
The best is it starts off like it's all been worth it or whatever like that, and there's a 15% transaction fee to use ePay for safety enhancements. I can't cover that; it'll overdraw me. 15%, huh? How much air do we think he has left? Is it really worth it? Love that. I love it when the story is so well done that it comes around to the back of it.
I will say, I gotta say, in a perfect world, that would happen. Like Elon Musk fucking goes to Mars
and dies a horrible
and he just
death.
dies in fucking Mars.
Now, again, we are not.
I don't really want that to happen.
No, we're
shut
not,
up.
Yeah,
no,
we're not advocating any violence towards anybody. In fact, we are.
I'm just saying, if it happened, I wouldn't be sad about it.
We are the type of people who are not advocating for violence
when you
against
do a
others.
fucking.
When you think about the fact that the people in government are the ones that advocating for violence against others, and putting abusers and rapists on the streets with masks on to deport people, that's
Tyler.
Tyler,
listen to me.
Assault charges
listen
and
to
shit.
Me.
Yeah.
Listen to me.
Yep.
All I'm just saying is like, would you really be that sad about it if it happened?
No.
If he died in Mars.
No, I think it would be poetic justice.
Fucking take him, Mars. He's your problem.
I think he's poetic justice.
Oh, man. SpaceX just right into the fucking.
Julius Caesar met his end at the hands of his friends' swords.
Oh, it's gonna be a Trump golden SpaceX
I didn't
rocket
say anything about that.
that crashes
I
into
didn't
Mars.
talk about that. And after all that he did, and probably cost hundreds of thousands of lives over the course of his life, with warfare and expansion of the empire, is it really? It's kind of justice that he was killed with swords and violence, because that's what he lived his life by, kind of, right? That's just all I'm saying. Take that how you will, I guess. I mean, a lot of historical figures, you know.
Oh, for me, I was like, he should be Mars' problem is after he did that Nazi salute in front of the CEO.
Yeah, it was.
The United
By
States.
the way,
It was a Nazi
you can't
salute.
fucking. He did it twice. By the way, you fucking. Fucks.
Also, young Republicans text leaked where they were like, "Yeah, we love Hitler," and and look, I hate to get so political to end the show, but I'm like, people, wake the fuck up.
the world's falling apart, and we're all letting it happen. So get out. And
So anyway, next week,
get out and vote next week, you motherfuckers. There's a vote somewhere in your neighborhood.
So anyway,
Your neighborhood.
next week. Let's get back to this joyous podcast.
Let's get back to the joyous podcast.
Hey, I do want to say, have a safe and happy
Yes.
Halloween. Enjoy yourselves. And because you know what? Life is scary
Enough.
enough. Have some fun.
Stop being douches to each other. Be nice. Be compassionate and kind. Understand that everybody's going through some shit. And if you see a Nazi, punch him.
Watch a scary movie too. Maybe you'll have some
Wrote a
fun.
song about it.
Yeah, it's called "Fuck Fascists."
Yep.
It's on Spotify.
Yep.
You should listen to it.
Oh,
you
but
really
a new
should.
single came out on Tuesday. And a new album in December. I sent all the songs to the engineer for mastering, so I don't need to do anything with that album anymore except for wait for the album cover art and upload everything.
Yeah, we get it, dude. You make music.
Yeah,
I'm not jealous.
Whatever,
I'm not
bro.
jealous, dude. Whatever,
Whatever,
man.
man.
Whatever,
dude.
Fuck you. I didn't mean that. I'm sorry.
Thanks. Off panel, off topic with Jake and Tyler.